Hello everyone, good evening. It is I, Sharon Tal, the Soul Alchemist. How are you? How have you been and what's been happening? It is Thursday evening. We had the astrological new year starting this week on the 21st. Apologies for the couple of minutes of delay, but if you are here, say hi. And I hope that everything is going according to your plans. And even if it doesn't go according to your plans, let us make it. Create a new plan. So tonight we're going to chat about, hi everyone, say hello if you're here. Tonight we're going to talk about, very good. We are going to talk about saying yes to yourself. And sometimes saying yes to yourself means saying no to others. So how does it feel to say yes to yourself? And how does it feel for you to say no for others? Tell me how does it feel to you? The reason that I'm doing my headphone, because I'm working here on two phones at once. And I just want it to be Miss Prescription for the Soul, Dr. Watson, my dear. So tell me, how does it feel for you to say yes to yourself, and how does it feel for you to say no to others? Do you feel guilty to say no to others? Do you feel guilty to say yes to yourself? Basically, it's the same situation from a different perspective. Because as soon as you say yes to yourself, sometimes you are getting a little bit more guilt, blame, shame. And you really find it hard to give it to yourself. So tell me. So Alicia, are you feeling guilty? Yep. Is it easy for you to say yes to yourself? I want to see your response. Hey, Francis. Is it hard for you to say yes to yourself? You know, when you are saying yes to yourself, you're actually honoring your soul. Provided, of course, that you're going through what your soul wants you to do. So why is it hard for you to say yes to yourself? When we are saying yes to us, and I'm not talking from a narcissistic point of view, right? You're actually fulfilling your soul. When your head, your heart, your gut, and your soul are aligned, you're actually able to connect and to bring what you need. So what? Elisa, sometimes does it feel selfish to go to the toilet? To wee? Oh no, I'll just let them. Oh no, I'll just let them. I'm talking even the most primal thing. Is it okay for you to go hungry and thirsty just to bring it to someone, which is not an emergency? I'm not talking about the difference between rescuer and supporter. When it's a real rescue, when it's like something immediate or as important, no worries at all. But when it is not a total emergency, and how will you know what is an emergency for you? How will you know when to give to others, when to receive from others? Tell me about it. There are so many aspects of being able to give to yourself, to give to others, to see what is right and what is wrong. And again, it is always so individual that it can make things really different for other people. But the only solution really is to try and always get a win-win. What will it be to have a win-win situation for you to actually know that whatever you do, whatever you've decided is all right. It is okay. And that is the difference. Once that you can provide yourself with a win-win, you're actually going to be winning the whole way and the other person will feel nice. So let's say it this way. A friend really wants you to come there, but you know that you're exhausted. And if you will go there, anyway, you will do something that it doesn't really, I don't know, people nowadays, you know, they drink too much, or they take drugs, or they just eat crappy food, or they just gossip. And we don't want any of this to actually interfere for us and to cleanse our way of doing. Or on the other hand, so saying yes to them is definitely going to be no to you. Okay? I've been this week to a place and everyone was smoking there. Now, I'm not a smoker, so after a little while, when there were 10 people smoking at once, I was like, whoa, that's a little bit too much for me, and I can't handle it really so good. So I said, okay, I just did what I needed to do. I was there, and then I left. And that's okay. That is perfectly okay, because I still went and enjoyed myself, had a lot of fun. Yet when it became a little bit too much and I felt anyway my tiredness was high, I was like, I will live now with grace. It's all good. When you're looking at things while you're putting yourself first, but not in a selfish way, this is a big difference. It's self, what do I need? What will allow me to move forward in my own mission, in my own way? I'll speak to you on my monthly saga of my house renovation. When someone has an agreement with you and they don't accept it and they don't do it, and you know, the funny thing is that everybody is telling me, welcome to the building industry, welcome to the... No, I'm not welcomed, I'm not interested. I have an agreement one-on-one, let's just go and do it. I don't mind a little bit of change, but don't change everything just because that you know that you'll get away with that. I don't want people to get away with murder, and I don't want to murder, if that makes sense. I want everything to be proper. I understand it totally doesn't happen, but I have to make my own decision based on their answer, what is going to be the right thing for me. Does it make sense? If you need to accommodate someone's need, you need to check, is it doable? Is it viable? I know that I have put few people under pressure, but did you hear this train that comes as well at 4 o'clock in the morning? This house will be demolished in a couple of months. I need to leave from here. So I have a deadline that I have to stand with, and I only picked the most amazing tradies that can provide what I needed, and it suited them. And if it suited them, let's go. Let's dance. Let's do it. Does that make sense? I need you to find what you need to find for yourself that will work for you. And if it's not a win-win, then it's not right. Does that make sense? Tell me, what do you feel about it? Is it safe for you to say yes for yourself? Or have you been eliminated all these years and then nobody's giving you permission to say yes to you? Tell me. Is it safe for you to say yes to yourself? There you go. So when you do say yes to yourself and you are feeling what you need to choose and how you need to happen, well done. It will actually give you the possibility and the opportunity to shift things for you. You know, have you ever done first aid? Give me a like if you ever done first aid in your life. When you're doing first aid, the first thing that they teach you is Dr. ABC. You need to see if there's any, the D is for danger. And the danger is not necessarily for the other person, for the wounded. It's for yourself as well. You need to check for yourself if there is any problem there, okay? If you need to go and rescue someone, and I'm sure that you've all, in my book, we speak about it in 𝗪𝗔 versus 𝗪𝗔. And what we usually see is that, you know, and I'm sure that you've all heard many stories about how a woman can lift a car to save the child that is stuck there, or an animal that is stuck there, or people move things with immense power, right? This is not your regular power. This is power that is based on so much adrenaline, on so much other energy that is not necessarily really healthy for you. Does that make sense? So when you are connecting to your daily power, you can't do that unless you live in the gym or you have a lot of power. But a regular person will not be able to do it on a regular basis. Right? Makes sense? Good. Do you have any questions so far? And who's here? Wave for me. Hello. It's funny how the numbers here are going up and down, and it's like, it's funny because you don't really know who's here and who's not. So what do you think about that? So how many times did you do things for others, but you haven't done them for yourself? More than what you've done to yourself or less? Have you done more to please other people rather than to please yourself? And is it safe for you to say yes to you? I would love to see your answers. Here we go. So give me an example of something. That's it. Thanks, Sharon. Give me an example, please, of something that you'll be happy to do for others, but not for yourself. Will you go and buy a gift for another person, but not for yourself? I used to do that as well. You think of them and you think of them, what will make them happy, whether it's a partner, whether it's a friend, whether it's a child. You know, I remember going in Hawaii many years ago. It was like, yep, buy this for Leah, buy this for her, buy this for her, rather than what would I like? And yeah, why don't we get that? Do you know what I mean? Put yourself, what do you want? What do you need? What would you like? Remember, survive, revive, and thrive. When it's survive, is what do I need? Where you're in revive, what do I want? But when you're in thrive, what would I like? You have all the choices in the world to pick what you actually want to do it. And once that you're allowing yourself to do this, boom, you're going to be on top of the world. Giving compliments and words of wisdom or affirmation. So this you give for others or you give to yourself as well? Watson, Catherine. So do you like to give compliments and words of affirmation and pampering for others? Or are you willing to do it for yourself as well? This is very important. This is very important. It is very important how you will. So I was teaching my course the other day on Tuesday. And Catherine, you've done it as well. Exactly, others. And I don't know if you remember, but there is that lesson there with the self-acceptance. And that's where I challenge everyone to look in the mirror and to say, I love you. You're beautiful. I love you. And I want you to say to me here, I won't listen, I promise. I can't hear you anyway. But I want you to be able to say it. Once that you're saying, Rosie, exactly yesterday, right? Say to yourself in the mirror, I love you. You're amazing. You're beautiful. Everything that you want to tell to others or everything that you want others to tell you, say it to yourself, to the mirror. I love you. Go on, say it to me. I promise, I won't judge. And don't tell me, but I look fat and I look ugly and I look fugly and I look this and I have this pimple and I have this and yalla, enough already. Stop with the criticism. Okay, so you have it. And, all right. And I can tell you I've gained a few kilos with my cortisol level. So what? Once that the stress will go down, the weight will go down. And what, shall I now go and stress on top of everything else that I have gained some kilo? No, I'm not willing to do that. I am not willing to do that, and I'm not willing to criticize myself just for the sake of criticism. Does that make sense? Because if people criticized you all your life, it doesn't mean that you need to continue it. Do you know that research shows that if you were abused in your younger age, you might have stopped the external abuse, yet you have kept doing it for yourself. So you will actually abuse yourself worse than the other abuse, because you're there with you 24/7. So you have many more options to criticize and to be horrible to yourself at any given moment. And that is not good. That is totally not good. Make sense? So I need you to stop doing it. Rosie, how did it feel? How did it feel to say to yourself, I love you? How does it feel when someone tells you that you love you, that they love you? So imagine if you don't have to wait for anyone else, and that someone will be you at any given moment. You will be responsible to saying to you, I love you. Don't wait for anyone. You don't have to Bumble, Tinder, Google, whatever. Someone just to be in a relationship to hear that they love you. You love you. All the rest is a bonus. Can you see how in a second we can eliminate your dependency, your neediness to be supplied with this information from someone else? Does that make sense? Tell me that it makes sense to you. That's why I'm not afraid to make myself a little bit silly. What's that, Francis? You had a dentist to the horses, but you didn't afford to go to yourself. Seriously. Seriously. Remember that you are the vehicle. If you don't take care of your own vehicle, what will happen? The vehicle won't go anywhere and you won't be able to help and assist anyone else. And what's the point in that? No good. No good, people. Okay? So, how do you think you can make a win-win? Write to me. How can you make a win-win between loving yourself or saying yes to yourself, sometimes saying no to others, and once that you can say no to others, you can't pour from an empty cup. That sure is. It's true. Thank you, Michelle. This is it. And this is where you need to allow yourself to be connected with your own energy, with your own strength, with your own abilities. Are you willing to start to take care of yourself? How will it look to take care of yourself? How will it look to say yes to you? Tell me. Write to me. So, Catherine, you need to start with your own words of affirmation and positivity and pampering and compliments. And then people will tell me, oh, but I can't stand myself and I'm looking this and again. And how many times do you loop yourself in your head? And you give yourself such high anxiety that you think that no one else will love you. But once that you will love yourself, nothing else will matter. People will love you not based on your weight or on your looks. They will love you on who you are and what you are. And if they just love you according to that, goodbye. Unless it suits you, goodbye. And that's where you need to give your own sense of value to yourself. Does that make sense? Good. Very good. Let me read you actually a sentence from my book. It's opened on identity, right? On who you are. Where was it? You know what? I'm going to read to you something. I'm not sure if you know the story about the two wolves. Do you know that story? I don't really need the book because I know it there. But let me tell you the story about the two wolves. A grandpa, American Indian, to that matter, sits with his grandson. And the grandson is telling him, Grandpa, I feel that I have these two wolves within me. One of them is angry and anxious and want to fight the whole day. And he's very mean to me. And he's so grumpy. And he just wants to keep pouncing. And the other one is loving and supporting and caring. And he just want to play and have fun. But they keep fighting within them. Grandpa, who will win? And the grandpa said, the one that you will feed will win. So what are you feeding the energy? What are you actually supporting yourself? How are you supporting yourself to care for yourself? I told the participant at the course the other day, I said, I do my nails, I do my lashes, I do this, I do that. I don't even look at it as a luxury. It's a necessity for me. It's my time that I can actually stop and enjoy. And, you know, it's so easy to connect to yourself. Might seem shallow or not, but that's what I like. Am I harming anyone in this process? No. Am I harming the environment? No. I'm supporting my own joy. And no matter what the joy is, my joy will be to sing. My joy will be to think, how can I help and support others? How can I help and support myself? And give myself the time to actually go and do that. What do you do for yourself? Can you write to me 1 or 2 habits or strategies that you take in order to care for yourself? Please do. Yes. Michelle, what do you do for yourself? I'm just not sure who's still here and who's not. So it is very interesting, the number, so I can't actually talk to you in your name. But you know, it's interesting because I can tell you that after this broadcast, in order to care for myself, I will actually take myself to bed, read my book, and relax. Because this is what we do. If we will continue to go on and on and on, then you won't stop and your body will not revive. Anyone else felt the high intensity this week of the energies? Any intensities with your adrenals? Remember, magnesium is one of the best things for cramps, for stress, for digestion, for clarity in the mind. All you need to do is just to spray. 3 sprays, just put it on your beautiful skin. Remember, beautiful, beautiful skin. And you just do this. And that, I have that next to my bed, you know. The energies are totally going mad, because we are reaching another level of intensity. And once that you do, I wish you could feel how smooth it is. This is so smooth. And I can, with the kinesiology, all the tests that I've done on it, it has 96% bioavailability to your body. So it doesn't have to go through your digestive system. It will go clearly straight to the bloodstream. So if you're anxious this week or if you're feeling distress, please shift your energy. Try to stop and breathe at least. Exercising, shower. It is very intense. It's like we're shifting and moving to different dimensions and different levels and different energy pathways. And it's okay, because this is really what we need to do. Shalom, shosh, ma shlomech. This is really what we need to do. Because once that you are connected to the top level energy, today I went and I have visited a beautiful cat that his mommy left to live with the boyfriend. So he was broken-hearted. He was literally broken-hearted. And I went and I spoke with him and, you know, meow, 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 meow. It's a very full conversation. And he said that he missed her. Simple as that. So what we need to do is to find how can we make things that will be win-win. And she said that the cat was all right. The cat was better after. So this is where we need to look at it. Well, I have my princess and beauty here, and soon they will move to their third home. At least we're persistent there, right? Animals have a lot of emotions, and animals, especially cats, they are super spiritual. And a lot of these energies as well are coming from the Egyptian point of view. So this is important. And I always like to have two, no more, no less, but at least two, so they will have themselves. You know, they will be able to be at peace with themselves, to be at peace with that energy. Do you have any questions for me? So how could you say yes to yourself? How does saying yes to yourself will look like? So, Michelle, you're going to the gym. You're having a shower daily, I hope. What else are you doing? Catherine, can you give those words of affirmation for yourself? Can you be that person that will pamper yourself? You know, I have a weekly 2 hours massage. It is just divine. And as I said, cupping, massage, and it's just exactly. So what are you doing to support yourself? You have a 3-year-old and a 5-month-old. Oh dear, showering can be tricky. Well, you can just put there like a little entertainment unit and you just do that. Very good. Yes, let's see what else did I write for you here. Yes, when you are finding yourself compromised. Oh, that's very hard. 1 month single mom, that is not simple. 100%. As I said, those things are not, they are not a luxury, they are a necessity. And go and do what is the right thing for you. And Catherine, if I can inspire you to go and have a massage weekly, do that. Do it every 2 weeks, it doesn't matter. But have a set appointment. Like this, your body will let you go and then collapse at the session. And it keeps you going. And that's what I was saying about my sessions as well. If the body knows that you have a regular appointment, boom, it can last until then. Okay, 1 more day, 1 more day, 1 more day. And then you can clear everything, start with the resilient and build it up again. Because life are currently super, super intense. And this is what it's about. Okay? Does that make sense? So, self-care on the physical. On the emotional, that means that you are not hanging out with toxic people and people who are not supporting you. Okay? Mental is doing your best to clear the anxiety. I have the calm drops. Just check out my range. I have the calm drops. I have the trust drops. Today what came is I am valid. When I've asked what drops do I need to present, if at all, and it was I am valid. And it's owning the feeling of being valid and worthy no matter what. Acknowledge your own worth and free yourself from the need of external validation. Let us do this. You put it under the tongue. Today I can feel it. That means that I actually need it. It's funny when you have all the tradies trying to tell you that they know better than you. And they do. I'm definitely not a tradie. But I know what I want and I know what feels right for me. You know? It's always makes sense. And another one is I am at peace. I am at peace is balancing the intense spiritual sensitivity and day-to-day fight-flight response some feel living on the earthly plane. It targets inner peace and security in the world. So I'm going to take some for me and for you. And if you feel that you need a little bit more peace, then perhaps either come to the clinic or just order it. Yeah, I am at peace. I know there is so much energy is happening. And then does someone feel that they are not valid, or they have a little bit, if there are women here, female problems, even if they're men, it actually works on relationship with the mother as well. So all the feminine thing. So that is I sent for you as well. Do you want the affirmations for them? Let me give you the affirmation. The I am at peace. So that comes from my little booklet. So you can say with me, I am now connected to my true purpose and soul mission in this lifetime. I now release and overcome all obstacles on a mortal and immortal plane. It is safe for me to achieve my goals with my own internal approval. I am now aligned and feel at peace with my soul on all levels and dimensions. And then the I am valid. I am valid. I do matter and I am lovable. Even though I sometimes feel like I don't matter, I deeply and profoundly know that it is safe for me to let go of these old thought patterns and embrace the knowing that I do matter and I am valid. So all the people or all the things or all the time that devalidated you, shalom, see you later. Shalom is peace, hello, goodbye. It's like salam, it's shalom, it's like aloha, and that is what it's about. It's about releasing all those old patterns that you are not worthy. I'm just going to burn some little Palo Santo. Beautiful. Hello, Dana. So, do you have any questions? So we're going for self-love versus self-sacrifice. And we need to find the win-win and to do things that makes you happy. And like this, it's going to be way easier. Okay? Who would like any questions before I move to the cards? Okay. So this is my deck of cards from Survive to Thrive by myself. Again, you can meditate on all the chakras. You can see where you are from survive, revive, thrive, and thrive. So you can see and assess where you are according to what it is. And it will actually give you this extra awareness. And a card has flown. Self-love. Like seriously, you saw it flying. Self-love. What were we talking about the whole evening? Self-love. Everybody say with me, I am now willing, ready, and able to express my self-love at any given moment. I rest my case, Your Honor. Boom. So this is that. All right, Michelle, you would like a card? Your card is ultimate. I don't know if you can see it. It's ultimate love. I am now willing, ready, and able to create new pathways of love, joy, and happiness. I am now willing, ready, and able to create new pathways of love, joy, and happiness. Okay, Michelle, that was your card. Catherine, frustrated a little bit? How do we shift it? I now choose to see the big picture and release and transform my frustrations into love. So even though that we have this frustration, they will be transformed and transmuted into love. Who else would like a card? Who else is there and would like a card? Francis. It was a hidden yawn, I'm sorry. It is very relaxing for me to do, so I'm like, everything that I haven't stopped today. Here we go. Francis, your card is expression. My expression is now full of positive energy that fills me up with joy and positivity. Perfect. Okay. Who am I pulling for? For me. Okay, here we go. See the big picture. Catherine, almost like for you. I am now willing, ready, and able to see the big picture and achieve and enjoy my goals. Literally, before the broadcast, I was talking to a friend and I said to him, I wish that I could just sort all this railway thing already, and then I would really enjoy all the renovation, because it is so much fun to see and to ignore and to acknowledge how everything comes into fruition. Because there's a silly deadline, it has to be done in a certain pace that can be stressing. Janet, all the way from Canberra. Janet, here's a card for you. Your card is balanced. I am now in full balance in every area of my life. Is that true, Janet? And who else is there? Baxter, are you here? Are you watching without saying hello? Communication. I am now willing, ready, and able to express my emotions in a constructive way. I communicate in a higher form of love. And that is also always so beautiful when we can actually allow ourselves to be in the love. Anyone else would like a card? So I have my regular list here. So, Savion, empowerment. I'm now willing, ready, and able to empower myself and others. Eleni, Emmanuel, success. I am now willing, ready, and able to create new pathways to success. I have the magic touch. It is beautiful. Drew would like a card. Drew, you are opening up. I am now willing, ready, and able to create new pathways that fulfills me. Like building all my cabinetry. All I can tell you, beautiful people, that if you'll ever need any form of renovation in this side or not, talk to me. Now I've got, being as a owner builder, highly, highly interesting. Anyone else would like a card? Your eldest son. I can do that, Michelle. A card for your eldest son. So your eldest son is strengthening while feeling free. The war is over and I am now free. Say that to him. The war is over and I am now free. Okay? Dana, a card for you. There you go. Blame and choosing to change. So this is the time to actually change. I am now willing, ready, and able to be successful in all that I do. So I know a few people that are just so stressed and they can't accept the word failure, or they have such high level of perfectionism that they actually lose the fun in what they do. And then it's not really fun to be around because nothing is ever good enough. Catherine, what's his name, darling? What's your partner's name? Beside of Canadian, right? Here's the card for him. Purposeful. I am now willing, ready, and able to act upon my true calling and my clear purpose. Jamie, that is for you. Okay? Yeah, Michelle, the war is over. So, Jamie, I am now willing, ready, and able to act upon my true calling and my clear purpose. And that is why it is so important to connect to these levels of joy, Danny, the card for you. I now choose to trust. Even if I can't see it, there is hope. I am hopeful. There you go. Anyone else? What I would like us to do is to actually send some love and light to ourselves. Simple as that. I want you to close your eyes and I want you to say, I now choose to say yes to myself. I would love to say yes to others as long as it doesn't compromise my own wellness, my own well-being. I'm happy to support and to rescue as needed, yet it needs to be a real, true emergency. If it is not, I reserve the right to say no. Because by saying no to you, I say yes to myself. And currently, I need to take care of myself. And a lot of time we're feeling fearful while we actually need to be courageous. I am now willing, ready, and able to be free of my fear. So what is the fear that you are needing to let go of? So it's about integrity and clarity. So I'm now willing, ready, and able to be truthful to myself and others. My heart is open and clean. Does that make sense? Beautiful. Anyone else? So your homework for this week is to give yourself permission. I'm going to pull one for Elia. So I'll send it to her. I won't share it with you because she didn't give me permission, so I won't do that. But this is what it's about. It's about reconnect to life and becoming the strong person that you truly are. Okay? Do you have any questions for me? Do you want to know anything else? Would you like to ask anything else? Please feel free to do that. Even if you're watching the replay, you can always text me. You can always send me a message. You can always connect to me on any. Send me a DM or send me a message or text me or call me. I'm here, super accessible, and I will always answer when I can. Okay? If you don't have anything other questions or anything to say, I just want to thank you all with lots of gratitude. Okay? I'll see you next week. No matter what, we are here. Lots of love, everyone. Bye-bye.